Yo, Limpopo Tourism Podcast is your host, Given Kikana, and I can Vigil one and that's about Fitting Violin.
Trusty Anya Munyana Showman, and as always, and today, Rogana more at, and you must take note of that, at the Drakens. Don't get it wrong. And Ritamalena Ntate Mameja, who is going to be telling us all the beautiful, beautiful stories behind this beautiful place. Tobela Ntate, and welcome to the Limpopo Tourism Podcast.
Dumela, Anya, Dumela Kevin, thank you for visiting us, and you're more than welcome at the Drakens.
Thank you so much. Khopela le re botse role ya lena mo the Drakens.
Role ya ka mo the Drakens, I consider myself to be a jack of all trades. I happen to be the founder at the Drakens, which we started in 2005. In fact, in 2 weeks' time, we'll be exactly 20 years old.
Wow.
But we started as River Lodge when we acquired the property in 2005, up to the phases that we have seen as we grew throughout the years to where we are now as at the Drakens.
Nice. And what gave you that idea to create the Drakens?
We acquired the property in 2005.
Okay.
In fact, we'll be 20 years old in a few weeks' time. When we acquired the place, we saw an opportunity. I mean, it was a few derelict buildings and a bush all over the place. But we saw beyond that. We saw an opportunity to create something that our guests would be very proud of. We had, from the word go, that we wanted to create a lodge, obviously.
Okay.
And of course, later on with the farming activities and other businesses that grew out of that. So we started developing the place, cleaning it up, renovating. And for the first 6 months, we used that first 6 months to train people.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, we hired people from the neighboring village, 90% of whom had never been in a formal workplace before.
Wow.
These are people that never had an experience, let alone people who have been working at hotels or lodges.
And people like that are never given an opportunity
You
if you don't
realize
have
that.
experience.
It's like a workshop.
Yes.
Actually, you're right. It's actually one of the reasons why we wanted to do that, to give people an opportunity. So we spent the first 6 months. We got a lady who came here to stay here and train these people from the basics of using a mop and a broom, how to clean, how to clean the kitchen, how to clean rooms, how to make beds, and so on and so forth. And I'm proud to say that the majority of those people stayed with us for a much longer period. Yes, and they became very, very proficient in their respective
Fields.
duties and responsibilities. So we started the business then, and we carried on. We had phases in these 20 years. We had several phases of this business, as we are known as River Lodge.
Yes.
We at one point in 2008 entered into a competition called Emerging Entrepreneur of the Year Award.
Okay.
Imagine
Entrepreneur of the Year Award, Tourism Entrepreneur of the Year Award. We came number 1 in Limpopo.
go.
Wow. Clock rats.
Yeah,
No, this one's
cheers. We came number 1 in Limpopo, and as a result, we were then entered into a national competition. So you had provincial winners, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, Western Cape, Eastern Cape, and all the other provinces having the respective winners from those provinces.
Okay.
And those businesses, it could be lodges, hotels, it could be travel agents, it could be anything as long as it is tourism. And we were then in 2009 taken to an ITB, which is one of the biggest tourism and hospitality expos in Germany, in Berlin, where the competition, obviously, or the assessment for the competition continued. We were then, after the many rounds of assessment, we came second in South Africa. After in Germany. We became second after a business that came from KZN. These were travel agents. But yeah, we did well, and of course it raised our profile
100%.
Gave us confidence that at least we were on the right track. We knew what we were doing
Yeah.
in terms of servicing our guests. So it just gave us more fuel to carry on in this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hear you keep saying we, and you said you are the founder. So I presume that you are working closely with your family.
This is it's a family business.
Beautiful. And what does it mean?
It's the family is me, my wife, and our kids. We all work in the business. Even, I mean, the kids were young at the time, they were at school, but they were still working. I mean, during school holidays, they are at work.
Wow.
In fact, our daughters were waiters.
Nice.
So what's the importance, if you can tell the audience, what's the importance of getting family into business and working with your family in business? What are the advantage and disadvantage of that?
Well, I can only speak from my experience because my wife and I, fortunately, we grew up in similar environment where our parents were traders. They had business. So both of us worked from a very early age. If I use myself as an example, I started working at the age of 7.
Nice.
It's not child abuse.
No, it's not.
Given education.
Thank
right?
you. Yes, it is.
And my wife started at the age of 10. It's the same.
4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Yes.
Yes.
So before I went, when I was at the time it was called Sub A. Yeah. I was working.
I was in grade 1 when I was 7 years old.
Yeah. Grade 1 Sub A is
I
all
went
the
to
same.
6.
Yeah. So we
I mean, it's 6,
we learned the discipline of work from our parents, which I gratefully I'm thankful for. My wife is the same. I mean, similar background, and it is something that we just felt that we have to pass on to our children.
100%.
Our children are very keen. They are very enthusiastic about.
Of course they are.
being involved in
Yes.
business. Yeah. So it's
Yes.
very important to involve your kids because at least they can be able to appreciate what hard work is. Hard work is not punishment, but hard work is actually very fulfilling.
True.
You heard that, guys. Hard work is not punishment. Hard work is
Fulfilling.
Fulfilling, 100%.
Got it.
And how does each family member contribute into the daily running of the place?
Well, we have our son who's in charge of maintenance. He's the one who goes around making sure that things don't break, or when they break, they can get fixed. And our daughter is the ops manager. She's my big boss. She's the one who is on the ball when it comes to running the show.
Yeah.
And of course, our last daughter is still at school at varsity, but when she's at home, she gets to the grind.
Yeah. She's busy.
So, my wife is the big boss of them all.
shout out to her for representing all the women out there in the world.
100%. So what does that mean to you, building something this beautiful together with your family in the heart of Hoedspruit? What does it mean for you guys?
It means a lot.
Yeah.
Look, I must say we are fortunate to be living in this area. I mean, we have lived in many different parts of the country, but Hoedspruit, for me, is a home. Why is it a home? I mean, it's a beautiful place.
Yes.
It is indeed.
Of course.
We are in the most beautiful place. We have, as I indicated, the Drakens Mountain, which we call our blue curtain. And when we are on the property, it doesn't matter where you are on the property. That mountain is right in front of us.
Literally.
We are sandwiched between that mountain, the great Drakens Mountain, and the Olifants River. I mean, it's either you go to the mountain or you go to the water. It's very beautiful. And we are in one of the most iconic biospheres region in South Africa, or in the world, the Kruger to Canyon biosphere.
Nice.
Talking about Kruger, I mean, Kruger National Park is on our doorstep. We have the Great Canyon, which is the biggest green canyon in the world.
Wow.
It's right here on our doorstep. In fact, it's a stone throw away from where we are.
Wow.
We are in part of that world. And I can talk a lot about Kruger National Park.
Yeah.
If you look at Hoedspruit, the Maruleng area, we are the only place in the whole southern hemisphere that has got the highest concentration number of privately owned game farms. That's the only place you can get. You can go to Australia, you can go to Kenya, you won't find it. It's here. We have the busiest, as a small dorpy, we have the busiest airport.
Wow.
Take Mpumalanga Airport and Polokwane combined, they don't see our numbers. We've got 3 flights, or actually 2 daily flights to Cape Town and back.
Wow.
And then the third from Hoedspruit. And the third one is actually every 3 days. We have 4 flights to Joburg every day from Hoedspruit. So the numbers that are coming into Hoedspruit are a lot bigger than what you take, Polokwane and Mpumalanga combined.
Oh, wow.
So it's such a beautiful place because it has a lot going on for it. We are known as the wildlife haven that's why we've got privately owned game farms. In fact, if you've heard before, with this Transfrontier Park, we do not have a fence between the privately owned game farms and Kruger National Park and Mozambique. So the animals can roam as free as they can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. What a wow.
That's the place where we are living. And that's what I'm saying. People say if the Hoedspruit bug bites you, it never goes away.
It just did, because I don't feel like going home. I don't want to go home. I want to live here. Yes, I want to live here. I mean, there's a lot. I don't want to get into it yet, but there's a lot. So what do you think makes your establishment stand out from the others around here?
Because we are in such a beautiful place, it's a given that our proximity to all this just makes our establishment special. But if you look at what we have on offer, we have created a product that resonates with people wanting to get into a natural environment. For instance, I will give you an example. A few years back, when I was the chairman of this Kruger to Kenya's biosphere that I was talking about, we were gifted with plants called speckboom. I'm sure you noticed that when you're on the farm, from the road right up to where we are, there's always speckboom all over the place. Speckboom. We started with 1 plant. We're now, 13 or so years later, we can proudly say we have over 60,000 of these plants.
From 1 plant?
From one
From plant.
So that's what we do. And the vision with that is that we want to register our property as a place where you can actually get carbon credits. Speckboom is known as a plant that is green, that is environmentally conscious, friendly, and it does purify the air, especially if you live in polluted areas. So with that, we had this plan in mind, especially our travelers that are coming from Europe. Most of the European countries, they were quick to embrace this carbon sequestration and so on and so forth. So some of their governments actually give people tax credit if they can demonstrate that they contributed towards saving the planet. And the speckboom is one of those plants that is considered as saving the planet because it does obviously purify the air. So the plan is we want to get to 200,000 of this plant throughout the property.
Just from 1 plant?
Yeah, just from 1 plant. We'll get there.
How long does it take for it to grow? How long does it take for it to grow?
It's not a lazy plant. It's actually very, very friendly plant to plant. It's not lazy plant to plant. And it has a whole lot of benefits for people. But with this carbon sequestration, if people come here, we will get to a position where we are accredited as a lodge or a hospitality venue that can actually give certificates to people to demonstrate that they stayed. Yes, I used an aeroplane to fly to South Africa and I damaged the atmosphere, but I actually stayed at a place where I can actually sequestrate that carbon that I wasted. So when we give those people certificates, they go back to their countries, they can actually be given a tax credit for that. So we want to be recognized as a place where you can actually be able to go cover grades.
I like that. I like that.
Myself is it the environment you grew up in that made you love into the whole nature, planting vibes? Like, is that because you grew up? If you grew up in a different environment, are you also going to be a nature for lover like this?
I think it's a seed that was planted when I was young. My wife is the same. So it's something that is natural. We just love plants. I love life. In fact, we have a policy on this property that we do not chop or cut any tree that is bigger than my thigh. Not your thigh, not anybody's thigh, but my thigh. So, I've got thin thighs, so we do not chop a tree.
Yes.
Because it takes a long time for a tree to grow, but it can take a half a second.
To chop it
The
up.
house,
Yeah.
there's a lot of plants. But I didn't understand why she was so in love with plants just growing up. Because every day I would wake up, I'll find her in the plant. She, like my mother's garden.
Super therapeutic.
Yeah.
I kind of a lot of plants. I got even plant.
Yeah.
From then, so there's this other plant, I don't know the name of it. They say it grows in the mountain, and it produces something like it's big like this. But it
looks like an apple, but it's not an apple. When you open it, it's got these sockets, and then there's like
More like a pomegranate inside.
something like that, but
Yeah.
those things are bigger than a pomegranate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you know the name of the
They are huge. They're like this
Sure.
big.
Is it a cactus plant?
I have
Probably.
no idea because
No, it's not a cactus
It's not-
plant.
it's not a-
No, it's not. It's like on a normal tree, a tree that looks like that one there. It's a normal tree, but it bears those big,
Big fruits.
yeah,
Is the
fruit.
shell hard?
Yes, the
You have
child
to
is
knock it with the hands?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so when you open it up, there's those
Yeah.
shelly whatnots, and then the thing when you take it, it's
Oh. Yeah, I mean, plants give life.
Yeah.
You see, you've got water and plant, they give life. I mean, if you chop down a tree, and they have feelings, by the way.
yes, they are people.
There's sad plants out there.
True.
Plants that are sad. So what would be the cause of it to a plant to be sad?
Be mistreated?
Yes, not taking care of
Be
it.
mistreated?
So it's like a human being, like a normal human feeling. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, it feels it. Yeah, I mean, it gives you life. So definitely,
Sure.
it's alive. So how do you balance comfort, local culture, and natural beauty of your surroundings?
Well, what we do is we take care of our environment, and of course, the environment will take care of us. We just basically live, we are one with nature. And on this property we have, which is something that we have developed quite recently, about 3 years ago. And we have a hiking and walking trail in the most beautiful garden. We call it a garden of 1,000 figs. And we use that to demonstrate to our guests when we take them through that hiking on how we conserve our plants, how we conserve the surrounding, the nature, and so on and so forth.
Yes.
We have in that trail natural springs. So we have, an aquifer that is pumping water, every day, 365 days a year, and that is providing life throughout that garden of 1,000 figs. So we just live, we just be one with nature, and we look after it. And of course, when we look after it, nature will look
It does
after
the same.
Very
Beautiful.
important message. If you look
Yeah.
after nature, nature will look after you.
So guests often speak about peace and serenity, especially when they're looking for a place to go to. So what feeling do you hope they take home from here?
Yeah. Well, if you want peace and serenity, this is the right place. I mean, you go to in the hiking trail. There's plenty of spots where people can sit in silence. You watch birds. You can meditate. Under one of our famous trees, the banyan tree. You can go to anywhere in there and just be one with nature. So, what that does to us is when we have guests that are, going, they call us or they send us an email or whatever, and they say, wow, I want to come back. I had such a good time.
Yeah.
And it was restful. This is what pleases us, and this is what motivates us further to actually be able to provide the service to our guests.
Yeah.
And from yesterday when I was coming in from the restaurant, I saw there was a bookstore in there. So I just want, because I saw the titles of the books that are there. They are very interesting, intellectual books. So I just want to understand, even to tell the audience out there, the importance and why do you have a bookstore in there? Like, is it a hard thing that you love it reading?
People have to read. I mean, people go to a restaurant for different reasons. Either have a good meal, have a good time, have a meeting, but it's also a place to unwind and just take a book and read. So that's why we have not only books, by the way, there are magazines and newspapers.
Okay.
So it's just to create an avenue for people just to sit and be able to feed their minds with knowledge.
Yeah.
You know, in this day of internet,
Yes.
everything is available.
It takes so much of your time.
You have your favorite designer?
You
want to say favorite person?
I'm a reader of biographies, by
biographies.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
nice.
love biographies because I like studying people on how their journeys were,
Yeah.
and in that you learn certain things of life.
Yes.
By learning
Yeah.
about people's lives, there's a lot of lessons that you pick.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a reader of
Biographies.
of biographies. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. So, one of the most striking things about this area is the landscapes. Like, they are just out of this world. So, can you just tell us a bit about the mountains, the view, and the surrounding places here around the Drakens?
Yeah, you know, Limpopo is a gem.
Yeah.
And I call it Limpopo and Mpumalanga as well.
Yes.
These are, we call it a world in one, because it doesn't matter where you are, there's always a different type of beauty. And especially where we are in that belt where you have the panorama route, where you have the Ivory route, and of course, as I indicated earlier, the Kruger to Canyon, the biosphere region. So there's a lot that, I mean, I can talk about the three-room doubles.
Yes.
I can talk about the God's Window, which is in our region. We can talk about the Upper Case. We can talk about the Drakensberg mountain range, where the three-room doubles is situated.
Yeah.
We can talk about Maripsko. I mean, it's a wonder. I don't know why it's not called the eighth wonder of the world.
Of the world,
It's a
literally.
beautiful piece of a place where, when you are there, it's like you're in heaven. Because you really are. Where you have eagles flying at your level. They're not flying up there, but they're flying at your
They're
level.
here with you.
Straight at your level.
Exactly.
Oh,
The
wow.
mountain top there is about 1,980 meters, 1.9 k's above sea level. So you can actually see up to where your eyes can reach. Yeah, so it's a beautiful place. I mean, we have the river right on our. In fact, our property is on the river, on the river.
Yes.
We have hippos that sometimes come in and we feast. We feast our eyes on them. We have all kinds of creatures that we have on the property, as well as the surrounding area. But our place, in terms of the Kruger to Kenyan biosphere region, is such a beautiful place. The escarpment is breathtaking.
Yeah.
So, as they say, seeing is believing. You can only be able to determine the beauty if you are in that beauty.
100%. 100%.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So, how do these natural and man-made landmarks contribute to the overall atmosphere of the place?
Talking about a man-made landscape, I mean, all of them are natural, except for one that I can think of now, which is the Stratum Tunnel. I mean, it's a beautiful piece of area. Yeah, it's a tunnel that goes through the R36 road towards Leidenberg. It goes through the Drakensberg mountain.
Okay.
But it's when you're coming from the other side of Leidenberg, coming towards Hoedspruit, that all of a sudden you just see this window opening, and you see there's this expanse of views that you can feast your eyes on. It's such a breathtaking moment. And it doesn't matter during the
I was
time.
about to ask, when is the perfect time to see?
Whether it's a golden hour or early in the morning or during the day,
Perfect.
it's just beautiful. Anytime is Moringa time.
Window time.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. So do guests often explore these nearby spots?
Yes, they do. We encourage our guests when they, come to our place, whether it's for one night or 2 nights or 3, they need to go out.
100%.
If it's not in the nature reserve, a farm next door to us, which you can be able to go game viewing, or you can either do it on quad bikes or whatever. So we encourage our guests to go to these excursions
Yes.
to enjoy themselves. And not only that, but to learn. Learn about our environment and the places that this place has to offer.
Yeah,
Speaking about learning, sorry to
No
interrupt.
stress.
Speaking about learning, have you ever incorporated, like, because there's a lot of people, I feel like maybe people in the rural areas, yeah, in the rural settlements, we come from different backgrounds. Have you ever initiated a program whereby you get, you take people maybe from schools, unprivileged kids, to take them on an experience like this? Have you ever initiated such in terms of learning?
The only program that we have had, and it's actually started by schools that are visiting us, and currently we are making use of our Garden of 1,000 Figs to go and teach kids on the different types of biodiversity that we have. And we find that, a lot of kids, even teachers, learn a lot because it's an environment that you can be able to touch, feel, see.
100%. It's not a book.
It's not in a textbook.
Yes.
So we make use of that for them to be able to learn a few things about the natural environment we have there.
Nice. So how do you integrate the natural scenery into the Drakens experience, whether it's design, food, or outdoor experience?
Well, our restaurant, because of the way it's situated and it's placed right at the entrance of the farm.
Yes.
Yes. We call it our billboard because it's right on the road.
The billboard.
Yes. So there, people have these breathtaking views. When you go there and dine and have a drink, this is what you see. So what we have done is we have incorporated in our menu design, for instance, we have incorporated the elements that we have here. We have meals that are out of spectrum, the spectrum that we are actually using to get ourselves accredited as a place where you can get carbon sequestration. But we have dishes and meals.
Yes.
Carbon sequestration.
Okay.
We have meals, dishes that are made of spectrum. We have beverages that are made of spectrum. And of course,
Nice.
because we are a Moringa farm, we have various dishes that have that also. But of course, our Moringa iced tea that is very popular.
Oh, yes.
So we've incorporated some elements from the farm, from the surrounding areas, in creating menus that cater for the different types of palates for our patrons.
Yeah, because even earlier on, there's an incident that happened to a goat that was there. So how does that affect you? Because there's an attachment to the stuff. Because today we heard that there's something sad that happened to the goats. Tell us more about that.
It's one of those. I mean, we also raise goats on the farm because it's Kalahari goats.
Kalahari goats.
Yes, which have integrated dishes into our menu.
Okay.
We have goat. It's called chevron. Chevron milk. So you have lamb, which is your sheep, the small one, and you have got mutton, which is your sheep, the big one, and then we've got chevron, which is goat. Yes. So what we've done, we've designed menus around that as well. The only place that from the 1st of November, you will be getting a booty burger.
Booty burger.
Yes.
Booty burger.
I can't wait for that.
It will be at the Drakens, yes.
I can't wait for that
It's gonna be first of its kind in this world. To only get a booty burger, you have to drive down to a good straight at the Drakens.
100%.
Bega ya pudi.
So how do you see the Drakens contributing to the growth of the tourism in Hoedspruit and Limpopo as a whole?
Because we have facilities just on the property. We have facilities that guests can actually be able to use, and it's an attraction.
Yes.
So you attract people to come into your area. But what we do is we start outward. We sell our area. We sell Limpopo. We sell the Kruger to Ken Pasture. We sell Maruling area. We sell Hoedspruit, and then we sell us. So when guests come here, they know that they are experiencing all this multi-layer of areas and benefits and so on and so forth. So how we contribute towards the economic development of the area is that we keep ourselves busy. Whether it's conference or whether it's people traveling on business or whether it's holiday makers.
Yes.
And we've seen a whole lot of people that are actually, most of them are booking online, that are coming from Holland, Germany, France, a few other places, but Holland, Germany, France are the main foreign tourist market.
Nice.
But the biggest market is obviously here. People from Gauteng, the Eastern Cape, Western Cape, and of course locally in Mpumalanga and Mzansi.
Nice.
So, and when they're here, they go to most of these attractions, and that's how the local economic activity happens. And I can tell you, 8 out of 10 times people want to come back. And when they come back, they go to other tourist sites as well. So they spend time, and then they obviously engage with those other products that are there.
True.
Yes, that's how the Drakens contributes.
Nice. So what partnerships or community initiatives are you most proud of that you've been part of?
Well, the one I can think of is actually a few years ago where we donated a computer lab for a primary school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Block it.
Let's get there again.
We contributed a computer lab. We actually bought computers and connected them to a primary school.
Wow.
Which it's a primary school that I happen to have gone through from sub A up to standard 5 when I was a kid. Many years ago.
Guys, let's talk about.
Oh, my blood is even.
Let's talk about development, like that's development, because a lot of people they forget where they come from.
Exactly.
For you to go to that school and come again and give back to the school, it shows a lot about your character and your vision about the Drakens. And we also appreciate people who are doing such development initiatives.
It was a small token, but yes, we're very proud of that one.
Want to assist another kid. That lab, there's a kid who comes from a poor background, and it's the first time he's going to be on that lab. So it's going to assist a lot of people and a lot of generation. Even if it can be a small portion, but that single lab, that computer is going to build a lot of dreams.
Yeah, because we can be from primary, high school, even get to varsity without even having access.
Anja, what you're saying is so. What you're saying is so right, because that's actually what motivated us. The first time I touched the computer is when I was at varsity.
Imagine.
And
I was in primary.
So, and then you had to obviously learn fast. And I saw with my kids, the first time that they saw their computer was before they were even 2 years old. And it's a huge difference. I said to myself, I went to that school one day, and I actually saw those kids. I saw myself in those kids. And I made a commitment with the principal. I said, listen, my kids, from when they were 3 years old, they knew how to operate a computer. I had to wait until I was 18, 19, 20 before I could even touch a computer.
Yeah.
So this is what we want to do.
Yes.
And they really appreciate it. And that's how it...
No, that is really special. That really touched me as well.
Yeah.
Yo, that is beautiful. So, how does being a locally owned, family-run establishment shaped the way guests experience Limpopo?
We always get this feedback, and most of the time, when guests come here, they have no idea who the owners are. We don't tell them. And actually, my daughter is very good at that. She will say the boss or whoever. She never would mention that. So we don't. But because we want them to feel that hospitality.
Yes.
And it's only when they depart or at some point or one of the staff members or when they, no. So fantastic.
Nice.
And then they I don't know why, but for us it's natural. We are hospitable people. We like having people.
Yes.
And we just are we have joy in seeing that people are having the time of their lives, and we can be able to give them an experience that they so richly deserve. Because people come here to rest. People come here for peace.
True.
They don't come here for stress. So when we can be able to offer that, it makes us very proud.
100%. And what message would you share with other small business owners in the tourism sector who want to build something along these lines?
Follow your passion. Just follow your passion.
Passion. Yeah.
Never runs out of fashion.
Passion never runs out of passion. I like
That's a super mega line, but passion never runs out of fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you give
Beautiful.
some, like the insight that you are giving, it's more even educational and motivational to even the kids out there, because kids need to understand that with passion you can't go anywhere.
No, it goes it literally with everything.
Yeah. It will be short-lived because there's no fuel that is driving you towards what you say your goal is. But if you have passion, a passion is there just to keep you
Driving.
You fall and the passion says, I'm still here.
Let's roll.
Get out.
You fall, the passion says, I'm still here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Until you reach. So, yes, follow your passion and then try as much as you can to make sure that you are in that lane.
True.
And things will come. And people, you invite similar energies, people that are around you. And there will be people who will be able to pick you up.
100%. Nice. So ecotourism is growing rapidly. Is a growing trend. Sorry for that. How is the Drakens embracing sustainability and protecting their environment?
Well, for starters, our farm is 100% organic. Everything we do is organic. We don't use chemicals
Oh, yes,
on our
it
plants. So we grow the things that we do. I mean, with our moringa farm, we are also processing. We process our own products. So those products are organic. So our guests, when they come to the lodge, when they go to the rooms, they make use of those organic products.
100%.
Your body wash comes from an organic process from the farm. You go to the restaurant, the meals that are prepared, organic.
Nice.
So we believe in that, because with that, not only do you contribute towards maintaining and saving the planet, and also in terms of our structures, we design our buildings, we design the things that we do, we decorate with natural materials.
Yes.
We have in our hiking trail, we have a section where there's reeds. I mean, we harvest those reeds, we decorate with them, we build with them, we harvest. My daughter says what we do is we upcycle.
Upcycling.
We upcycle.
Yes.
So we make use of those natural materials instead of using materials that once you use them, they will either not be able to grow back or they destroy the ground. So we, in a sense, take care of that environment.
With all that you have shared with us, can you please tell us what is your long-term vision for the Drakens?
Well, our long-term vision is we want to see this place as an integrated system, from farm to the lodge to processing to the restaurant and everything in between. But we also want it to grow to a point where it's a place that can actually offer solace to people, but also for staff that is working here
Mm.
and those that have actually contributed towards its development to where we are today.
True.
Being very proud of what this place has done for them and their families.
Nice.
But the most important person or being in this business is obviously our guests and clients. We do
Yes.
everything that we do it for them.
Yes.
And we want to be that premier facility that people will be able to be proud of when they visit, when they interact with us, or when they're making use of the products and services that we produce
Nice.
at this place.
Beautiful. And before we close it, please tell our people where they can find you guys, how they can find themselves here.
Well, at the Drakens, as you already know, we are in the most beautiful place on the planet,
Yes.
Hoedspruit, the wildlife haven. So you can get us at www.thedrakens.co.za. Next time, when you plan a trip, please make sure that in your lifetime, even if it is once, do not make a mistake of not visiting Hoedspruit.
Don't.
And do not make a mistake of not getting to at the Drakens, because that is the place to be. See you.
Don't. Don't do that. And just like that, from us, Limpopo Tourism Podcast, your gateway to the soul of Limpopo. Na trusty anya wana shomani kere, jebedi lips.
Yes.